Welcome to another tutorial brought to you by the Face Paint Forum Shop. I'm your artist rep, Dominique House, and today's tutorial will be a belly mandala. I start by laying out a grid so that I can be sure to stay symmetrical throughout the design. We're going to start with a 3/4 flat protege brush loaded with Ocean Breeze, creating these pear-shaped petals on this innermost circle. We're then going to use the Leanne Fairy palette using the same 3/4 flat protege brush to create the next series of petals. I'm wiggling the brush just a little, creating round petals but having a little bit more character with that wiggle shape. We're then going to go in again using the Leanne Fairy palette with the leaf colors to create these leaves in those negative spaces. Wiggling, creating 3 sections on each petal all the way around until all negative spaces are filled. Now using a 1-inch flat American painter brush, I'm taking the rainbow in the Leanne Fairy palette to create a series of rainbows at that outermost circle of this shape. Making sure to load it well so that all colors really pop off this design. Again, using the Leanne Fairy palette, we're going to create some geometrical type shapes around the spaces on this design. Having a grid really helped for me to know exactly where to place these shapes so that everything flowed together really well. Using Crinoline Bikini and a 3/4 angle brush, we're going to create this innermost petals. Using the same 3/4 angle brush, we're going to add an extra layer of petals to this section. We're then going to take Wild Orchard by Paradise and a number 5 low Cornell round to create an outline on the geometrical shapes we laid out before. Still using that same brush, we're going to use thinner lines to create some interior shapes on those. Then using a teal on the Leanne Fairy palette, we're going to create some teardrops in these petal shapes. Then taking a number 2 round, we're going to go in and create an inner shape on the diamonds, and then using it to create a series of teardrops to add more detail to these leaf shapes, bringing each teardrop into the center of the leaf in a downward direction. Going back to a 3/4 flat protege brush to create these inner layers on the center flower. We're then going to use a filbert brush and use a dry brush effect to create some shading on these petals. I'm using Superstar Ink Blue to do this. I'm then going to use a number 5 round in Wolf White to create a series of dots, big to small. We're then going to take a 1/2-inch flat brush and again add another layer to these petals. Then back to the number 5 to create a series of dots on this outer rainbow, big to small. Then to a 1/2-inch flat brush to finish the center flower. And there we have it. Thanks for watching the Face Paint Forum Shop.